Hello everyone, this is horror author James Hershey Jr. from the Staring Into the Abyss radio show. And on this video, I want to go over a very interesting photograph that came from a group of paranormal investigators when they were doing an investigation of the Newsham Park Hospital and Orphanage. And in this picture, they're taking like a group photo. And what they claim is that a ghost, a spirit, photobombed the picture. It just kind of butted its way into the picture. And I have the picture that I will be putting up in the video so that you can check it out for yourself and see what you think. Now, the Newsham Park Hospital and Orphanage is in Liverpool. It's a 99,000 square foot, basically a labyrinth of corridors and hallways and hospital wards. And it has quite a turbulent history. It was open for 138 years. And it's just tons of paranormal activity takes place there. The institution opened its doors in 1874, and it had 321 orphan children inside of it. And they were kept there in some pretty cruel conditions. In the peak of this place, there would be thousands of kids that would be living together in this cold building. It wasn't heated very well, and they were basically uncared for. They were just kind of thrown in there like farm animals. And they weren't fed very well. They didn't have very good medical care. They just were not looked after at all. There's been a lot of paranormal teams that have went to the hospital to try to make contact with the spirits that are there. Some have been successful. Some haven't. There's a lot of different phenomena that has been captured there, all the way from hearing different phantom sounds of children laughing to actually seeing tall shadow figures walking up and down the corridors. And it's not uncommon for people that visit this place to report the sensation of being watched or to feel their clothing or their hair being pulled and tugged at. And there's nothing there. It's just like a pair of invisible hands, I guess, pulling your hair or your clothes. One of the most common reports is of a small child in the top floor corridor and shadowy figures on Ward G. And some investigators that have been brave enough to go down to the basement have recorded strange dragging noises that are coming from the dining room. And there will be nobody at all in the dining room, but there'll be just these really weird dragging noises taking place there. Now, this piece of evidence here, this picture that I'm putting up on the screen, it comes from a group of 29 investigators who recently spent the night there. And they were exploring the hallways and all the different areas, trying to find paranormal evidence. Now, they didn't think they got much of anything until they got home. When they got home and they started going through all their footage and all of their pictures, they realized that they had captured something in this photograph. And basically, they were taking this group photo, like I said, and there's no other way to really say it. They got photobombed by ghost, is what they're claiming. Now, here's a quote from one of the guys. He said, "Upon inspecting the photograph yesterday morning, I noticed almost immediately the gray girl in the center of the image, and then the face directly below her," the amateur ghost hunter told Reddit. "If we include the gray girl and the face below her, that gives us a body count of 32 people, including the camera operator, which was impossible because there were only 30 people on the premises at the time." Basically what they're saying is they had 2 more people in the photograph than were there at the time, and that the 2 extra people were actually ghosts. Now, if you look at the photograph, you can see 2 faces. One is clearer than the other one, and they're peeking out from between 2 of the investigators. And the interesting and kind of cool thing about this picture is that the ghosts in it are cheesing. They're not just there. I mean, they're just smiling all big for the camera, like they're having fun. So there's the photograph. You guys look at it and you make up your mind. You tell me what you think. To me, it's hard to tell. It could be a Photoshop job, or it could be an actual image caught. I mean, it's not uncommon to catch images of apparitions on film that you can't see with your naked eye. It's happened many, many times. So I buy that part of the premise. The only part I'm having a little bit of trouble with is the fact that the ghost is just smiling like that, just cheesing. You don't often see that, because usually ghosts aren't very happy. They're there because they either had a violent death or there's some kind of tragedy that's holding them to this earth, and that's why they're there haunting. Usually you don't see a happy ghost. It's just hanging out and smiling. But who knows? As always, you guys can make up your own mind. Let me know in the comments what you think. And please subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And remember to check out the Staring Into the Abyss radio show, Sundays at midnight on Parax Radio. Thank you guys for all your love and support, and until I speak to you again, love many, trust few, and do harm to none. I love you. Bye-bye.